Hey, Queen. I think I should castle.
Yes, my lord. It's necessary.
Do you play like this? Well, this is actually a bad way of playing this game. So let me show you how to actually play and know when to castle or not to. Thing to check for is to if there is a file open that directly attacks to your king, or if you just not have a bunch of pawn there or any defense, and so on. Let's take a look at them slowly. The first thing to check for is to if there's a open file that directly attacks your king. Look at the example to understand it better. Here, as we can see, our white king is directly under threat of that black rook or g8 that directly attacks the g2 pawn and can become a potential threat sooner or later. And you have to cover up this thing while checking that if your king is safe or not after castling. Next thing to check for is even if you have enough pawns to protect your king on the side where you are castling. Let's look at this one example to understand it right now. Here, what do you think? Which side did you castle? The king side or queen side as per the perspective of black? I guess a lot of you might have said queen side because if you see, the king is getting enough protection and our rook on a1 goes to d1, which is already a semi-open file which you can later open with like c4, c3 or something like that. Now we have covered our second lesson, castle while developing your piece. However, we can also see that the c pawn is doubled, but here it's actually good because it gives double protection to the c pawn and can be later used like b6 and then c5 to keep this position more locked. Guys, even after this, there's one more condition where castling is generally like calling your own disaster into your house, which is when the center is locked. Let's now look at our final example. Here, black actually castle, and here you can begin the attack with bishop to a6, and then bishop takes h6, queen takes h6, and then you can bring the h1 to break g file, and then bring in the other knight in and do so many stuff. So that's why castling in close center is generally the worst idea possible at that time. I hope with this video I am able to explain you the stuff that you need to know before castling. And in conclusion, you have to remember that castling is actually the step by which you can defend your king. So you have to control it when to castle instead of just following this rule blindly.